Welcome back, everyone, to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. We are now to our final game, I'm pretty sure, of the All-Star weekend of the Titan East against the Titan West. So I am Puggles, joined here with my good friend Jeff Masters. How's it going tonight, buddy?
It's going all right, Puggles. Thank you so much for the introduction. You know what? It has been an interesting night of games. Even with last game, where it seems like Rockerman was seeing to try to steal the show a little bit. He says he has no idea what was going on, but I don't know. I'm a little bit hinky about all that. But anyways, we're about to get the Titan League underway, finishing up the night. It is, as Rockerman mentioned earlier on, East technically has the upper hand by one series for tonight, so West is trying to take it away from him. But as history has laid out before, West have taken Titan League more than the East have. So currently, Titan East is 2 and Titan West is 3 for in the past. So we'll see what happens tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to be an interesting showdown, and I just do not remember who's playing on either of these teams. I only know of one person, and that is Bubbly Reaper on the West, and I did not look at any of the other ones. Do you have the names up, Jeff? By
Yeah, so
chance?
for Titan East, we've got Luca, Duckworth, and One Tap Steph. And for Titan West, we've got Bubbly Reaper, Bagels, and Arrow. That is assuming that none of them are using any of their reserves. That is the main roster going out on the field. So that's who we're looking at dealing with tonight.
Alrighty, so that is going to be an interesting lineup. I have an idea on who I would vote for to win, but first, Jeff, I want to hear it from you. Who do you think is gonna take this kind of series here?
Well, I have not seen too many of the Titan matches play out. Actually, I think this might be the first one that I'll ever cast. But I have heard a lot about Luca. I mean, I know that he actually got, I think, the largest vote, the largest fan vote for Nemesis this season. So I mean, I don't know. I might bet on Luca, but really it could go either way. We've seen some upsets and some really crazy games. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna go with Luca. But other than that, I don't know.
You know what? Frankly, I gotta disagree with you. I gotta go with my boy Bubbly Reaper.
Okay.
He recently turned 21. Just want to make that very public knowledge here. So a happy belated birthday to him. And I think for his birthday, I'm gonna pick him, Arrow, and I forgot who the last one was. And Cooking
Uh,
Bagels. Yeah,
yep.
there we go. And Bagels, they're gonna take it out, and they're just gonna run right through the East All Stars.
No, fair enough.
Yeah, and speaking of these players, we're still waiting for them to get into the lobby. Don't know if they're sleeping in. Still a little early for them, being at 9 o'clock. So little had to make them get up early here. A little not great planning from Rockerman, if I do say. But yeah, speaking of which, we got Luca. He's definitely one of the most notable players in the league. The most scary, if I had to say so. But on the west side, you got Arrow, who's just a phenomenal mechanical player, able to do basically anything he wants with the ball. You got Bubbly Reaper, who's really good at getting those demos and setting up plays for his teammates. And you got Cooking Bagels, who's I think will be one of the best shutdown defenders throughout the entire Titan League. So this East squad definitely gonna need to step up.
Yeah, we'll see. It's like I said, I wish I knew more about these Titan teams and how they've played out. I've followed more so of the lower rankings, but I have not been so much into the Titan leagues. But I mean, it is Titan League, so this is the best of the best that Nemesis has to offer. So it's going to be interesting, regardless of which side comes out on top. I know that there's going to be a lot of mechanics that I myself can't hit, so even I'm going to be astounded. So I know that everybody out there watching is going to be in for a treat as we still get these people into the lobby and try to get this match underway.
Looks like I think we're waiting on one more still from the east side. So man, not a great start here. Really proving my prediction right here. If they just nobody shows up and nobody can make it. So hopefully we get everyone into here already. But oof. Okay.
Let-
I just
Let's.
got information.
Yep.
We are looking to get a replacement player for one of the East players. So hopefully it comes in pretty soon, because we obviously want to show you this. We obviously want to show you what's going on, and all the top players in Titan. But it's gonna take us a little time to find someone here.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I hope that their reserve is ready, but you never know. Maybe the reserve couldn't make it either, so they're kind of throwing a hail mary pass, trying to get something together in the last couple moments. I hate to.
Mhm.
It's never fun when it happens to your team. But I have heard it happening to a couple before, and then it just kind of. I know it's just the All Stars game. I mean, well, I say just the All Stars, but I
Mhm.
mean, it's not like it's gonna count against their record for the season. I mean, it is for the All Star season, but I mean, I guess in the end, if you if you ended up forfeiting tonight's game, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But
Mhm.
I know that you Puggles, as much as we want to try and get this game out to the people. Titan doesn't seem to disappoint when it comes to content.
Absolutely not. I know everyone watched the hype video beforehand, and I just gotta say, I think like most of those clips are hit by Titan level players.
Mm-hmm.
If not, definitely on the higher up end. So, that's just kind of what the Titan League does for Nemesis, is just give us great intro clips for every series here.
Yeah.
Oh, we're still waiting. I mean, at this point, why don't we just get a rival player? If you want my opinion, but Bubbly's putting me on blast. All right, we gotta. I can't like. I cannot accept this. Can I get a shout out, Bubbly? I gave you a shout out already. I cannot believe that I'm being put on blast like this. Ridiculous, man. He's probably in chat too. I need to look at this. Make sure he's not putting me on blast in here too.
Oh, you never know. Just might be.
I mean, if he is, that's just so mean. I don't know why he would do that.
Just because he can.
I guess. I mean, it's not typing anymore. He was going to the bathroom. Okay, yeah. So, Bubbly, just because you missed it, I'll say it again. Happy birthday to you, even though I sent you a DM and I'm picking you guys to win. There you go. So, there's it's like everyone else is in the East VC, which is true. I can see it. And I think he feels a little alone, so I guess the West players could go back. Regular Okay, so in Titan, we have the regular season to talk about. So let's. I just gotta pull up the sheet because I don't remember who's doing good off the top of my head. And it looks like we have for the. I can just talk about the West if you want to talk about the East here. For the West All Stars, we got Bubbly who's on Grandmasters. We got we have Arrow who's on Vanguard, and we have. Why do I keep forgetting Bagels who's also on Grandmasters? Let's see how these teams are doing. Okay, so Vanguard currently one of the top teams in all of Titan, which is really great for them. And then Grandmasters also currently both in the playoff positions, but Grandmasters are tied with three other teams for that sixth spot. So, definitely a close race coming in here as we're starting to edge out to the end of the season. As we start to lock in a few of these play-ins and playoff positions. As in Titan League, the Krakens have actually already clinched play-ins with really clean 12-0 season already. Your Jeff
Interesting.
Masters. Yeah.
So yeah, and then in actually, sorry, you just do East or West. I wasn't
I did
thinking.
West. I did
All right, you
West.
do West. So in the East with Luca already being like the head of the Krakens on his team. Krakens are doing pretty well themselves this season. And then we've got, let's see, well, Duckworth is the one who's actually not quite here right now. So, but he would be from, Duckworth would be from the, if I can get my eyeballs to work here. Actually, I'm not seeing him on the roster.
Oh, he's on Nebula.
Yep, there he is. He's on Nebula. Now I can see. And so then we also have one tap Steph who is pulling apart from the Bananas. I love that name. I gotta love that name. The Bananas. And I love the logo too. That's a really cool logo. So, and then also with Mad Marksk. I'm not exactly sure how you say that name. He's gonna be playing from Blizzard if they end up finding him as a replacement for Duckworth here as we get rolling. But let's see how they look as far as their scores go.
Krakens is 12-0 and they clinched play-ins. Bananas is currently, where can I find them? They're currently 7th, tied with Grandmasters. Looking to get that 6th seed to go straight into playoffs. And then the last one is,
We had Nebula, right, sitting in 3rd.
Yep, Nebula
with
sitting
8
in
wins and
3rd.
4 losses.
Yep, tied with two other teams.
Yeah, 2 other teams.
Which is kind of crazy.
That's like a pretty big. That's a really close lead for Titan. Really, you've got to that's like one game can make the difference between being in or being out of the playoffs. Really, in that tight of a race. That's a position I would not want to be if I was in that league at all, because that is a really close 1st through 6th. Like you said, there's a 2-way tie for Bananas and Pinnacle right now in 7th and 8th with 7 wins and 5 losses. So if they go either way here on that one, that could be, like you said, clinching that 6th seed, regardless of how the Grandmasters play out. But it is a really close race in the Titan League. So this, if this could be like a really interesting All-Stars match if this is the best of the best from the Titan League and they're this close on the regular season, let alone when you pull the best players and try to put them on a team against each other.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these teams are all so close, maybe except for Krakens and Spartans, who both have 12 wins and 10 wins respectively, but everyone else, 3 through 8, are within one series of each other, which I think is the closest out of all of the leagues. And as I look over it, it definitely is the closest out of all the leagues. I mean, that's insane, and it's really hard to have all of that talent just go in between rosters. And it's definitely shaping up to be a very entertaining Titan season. But I did get word that we found one, and now I'm just waiting to see if we're gonna get them in the lobby hopefully soon. So just to recap here, Jeff Masters, who did you have predicting to take the series?
I was gonna bet on Titan East taking it. I mean, I'm from the West. I'm not betraying the West. Okay, going here, and the only reason I'm going is because I have heard a lot about Luca and how much he's been talked about in previous seasons as well. So I'm just betting that Luca and his team, or however they've got it structured, is gonna be able to barely edge out the West here in tonight's matchup.
Absolutely, and like I said, I'm gonna go the opposite direction. I'm going the West because I just got to pick my good friend Bubbly Reaper. Like I said earlier, and because I know he's listening now, I am picking him to win because it is his birthday and not for any other reason. So looks like we got a little name change here from Arrow, as he's gonna go into this series named Dark Chocolate. So very a nice name, nice name change. And we're still waiting on one, but I do have the name of who it is. It is gonna be Zenith from Blizzard. And like we said before, Blizzard currently in that 5th spot, tied with Nebula and Vanguard for 3rd. So a very close race here for all of Titan League, still part of one of the top teams in Titan.
Indeed. So hopefully, I think Zin is just trying to finish up a game that he's in right now. So hopefully, only a couple more minutes, maybe only a few more seconds, and then we'll have Zinev in here, and we'll be able to actually finally get this matchup underway for the night. Hey, but I can promise you though, it's gonna be worth the wait. I apologize for the delays. You know, sometimes certain things happen and you can't get away from it. But you got Bubbly saying the whole street's waiting on this man's ranked game. Oh, you gotta love it.
Oh man, these classic Titan players just never showing up on time. You know what? Just gotta say it. Oh.
But hey, I'm just hoping that. Okay, so if like after waiting this long, Puggles, what would you rather see? Would you rather have like a 5-0 sweep, or would you rather it? I mean, like a 3-0 sweep, or would you rather it go to 5 games and like go out to the bitter end? What would make you feel better at the end of the night?
Make me feel better. I think if it was either an absolute blowout of a 3-0, or if every game went into like a 5-minute overtime and just went to 5 games, and then the last game just was like an absolute blowout. I think that would just sum up the night to like such a T. Waiting for this game. Just got word that he won his ranked game. Congrats. I hope it was worth it. That 9 MR, so important.
Hey man, I mean, look, you can't blame him, right? He had no idea he was gonna be called in because one could make it. So you can't like take it out on him too much. But I mean, now all the stream is.
We were definitely waiting for more than 5 minutes. So I don't know if he just wasn't watching. But we got everyone in. They're joining the teams. Oh my gosh, about time. We got the East All-Stars in the blue. We got the West All-Stars in the purple. And it looks like we're going to have Bagels winning this face-off all the way back to Steph here on the East All-Stars, as he's going to get 50'd. And Zinek's going to stay on it. Luca, he's going to go for some demos here on the back wall. Is Bagel able to stop Zinek's from moving it any closer? Bubbly, classically known being a Fennec-only player, now using the Octane. I'm pretty sure they mentioned that in the GM battles, and I mean, just it's really weird seeing him in an Octane here, Jeff.
Yeah, honestly, it is. This also this game taking some interesting turns, some pressure on the west side of the field, but nothing has fallen. Like I feel like the goal has almost been sitting open a couple times, and maybe this just first game jitters. I know I've talked about it in the past when I've cast before. Looking at some of these teams, looking a little awkward out there for what I would consider Titan League players to be playing late, but I can only assume that as time goes on, and even as the awkward start of tonight's game might have something to do with it as well, we'll see some things kind of clean up and get a little bit more kind of physical and, you know, on target.
I like that you bring out the word physical, because if we know anything about Bubbly, he will just chase people down. I think we saw it a little bit at the beginning of the game here, but his chasing's not going to work because Luca's going to get the first goal against him.
Yeah, interesting play. I guess Bubbly was going for the block off of the pass. Couldn't quite get it. He gets the pass over to Luca, and Luca is able to put it away for goal number 1 for the East All-Stars. And so, yeah, now going forward, 3:30 left on the clock.
As we see a little bit of all in good fun banter here, as another one is going to find its way through the back line. Zena's with an absolute outstanding play by Bubbly.
That was really good from Zinvez to get that past the corner. But interesting that I'm kind of amazed that he missed that touch in the corner coming around that. Definitely left it open, and even another miss here as Luca's up in the air, misses the double tap, one tap, trying to help it out. Luca's gonna finish it off the back end of his car, and that's a 3-0 lead.
You know what? Luca might not be able to get the read off the post, but he's definitely able to pop it over in just under the crossbar. Great shot, putting his team up an early 3-0. Like we've mentioned, as Bubbly, he's gonna go for the kill. Classic Bubbly here is Steph gonna get it past one, throw it off the backboard for Luca, and Luca's just gonna have a little bit of fun here with the ball in the corner.
Yeah, so looks like trying to get a pass to the middle. It's off the back wall. Luca's up in the air, off the crossbar. So close of a play, but it's not going to fall in. Now, it's so funny seeing Dark Chocolate as a name coming around the corner. But East have been all over the West side, and they just continue to hammer at the goal. And to me, it doesn't even seem like it's that big of a pressure, but like the West are all over the place. Correct me if I'm wrong, Puggles, but just it seems like the West cannot get a solid rotation on defense down right now.
No, it really doesn't seem like they can do it, especially with Bubbly. You know, he's just kind of leaving the ball, going for demos, like pretty much like I expected. I'm really not that surprised. But you know, maybe since it was his 21st birthday, maybe he's been having a little fun afterwards. You know, partying hard. Because if we all know Bubbly, he's definitely a party animal, and it seems that this party is going to start to affect him pretty soon as he's down 5.
Yeah, you got a 3-man pile up in the corner from the West side. One tap Steph just with an easy dribble off the backboard and just knocks it in. That's a 5-goal lead. We're only halfway through this first game of this best-of-5 series.
Oh, I mean, I really was hoping for a lot of long overtimes and then a blowout of Game 5, but at this point, it's really looking like we're going to get what you said before of a quick 3-game sweep, unless somebody from this West side can, like, start to pop off and really put the team on their back.
Yeah, I'm hoping the rotations from West and also just I don't know. I'm not trying to say that the West aren't taking this game seriously, but it just looks like they're playing like they're not taking this game seriously. Because the East is just dominating right now on the field, and there's not a thing that they can do to stop it.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right in saying that they're not taking this seriously. I think they're having a little bit of fun. Obviously, this is All-Stars, so nothing counts towards their records officially. But you still want to win because it makes you feel good. But if you lose having fun, I guess it's not a bad constellation anyways. So,
I mean, yeah, I guess you could tell by even the names. I think Bubbly's the only one that didn't change his names because you got Bagel Chungus, the Summer Bummer, and then you got Dark Chocolate. Like, definitely full sending on the name change there, except for Bubbly. So, it's probably indicative that they are trying to just have a little bit of fun. But we'll see. I think this first game is basically a wash. Maybe the West are just playing around for the first game and they'll try to pull it together later on. But I don't know. Maybe it will just be a blowout of a night for Titan League.
you know, maybe. And honestly, if it's as entertaining as this first game, I think that's still pretty great. As Bubbly, he's taking it off the wall, trying to get it over Luca. Luca does a great job on the defensive half, keeping it at 0. Bagel taking it up the wall, off the ceiling, leaving it for Dark Chocolate, also known as Arrow, in case you missed that at the beginning here, as Bubbly is going to get it. Dunked by 1. Luca's going to take it off his teammate to try and find the other one. It's not going to work, and we're still sitting at 6 goals here. Seems like the East team really having a hard time finding the back of the net, as the West team continues to troll, as Arrow gets a ceiling pinch, and it's going to go all the way in.
I don't know who Arrow is. This is Dark Chocolate. And Dark Chocolate came to play with a semi-sweet pinch off the ceiling and down and in. One tap Seth couldn't quite get there. So that's the first goal that West All-Stars score. And, but I don't know if there's enough time for them to come back, but it's at least nice of them to score at least 1 goal for all the Twitch viewers out there.
You know what, absolutely, making sure that their points aren't going to absolute waste. But it looks like the East is really trying to look for this Brazil, as if I was in their spot, I definitely would be too. It's Dark Chocolate. He's going to set up Bagel. Bagel's going to try and send it mid, but not able to connect. Definitely not a Titan player, let me say that. As the ball stays up, and it's going to get put down. As the East All-Stars, they're going to take game 1.
Interesting first game, but definitely a blowout of a match for the East. Looking at the shot total, 12 shots for East and only 4 for West. And I don't know. I think the West towards the end there, they were starting to pick it back up. So they might have just kind of been joking around for the first game. That's what my hope is. I'm going forward that the West was just messing around that first game, and that we will see some more competitive Rocket League in this next one. But I don't know. We'll see what happens in game number 2.
Absolutely. And now we move on here to game 2. We got confirmation from Bubbly Reaper that they're gonna start trying now. They're gonna turn on the monitors. They're gonna plug in the controllers, as they say. As Bagel, he's going for the flip reset. Bubbly trying to capitalize off the diversion. And it really looks like this West team is actually gonna start playing now.
Honestly, from the first get-go, getting up to that air dribble, completely different play from how they were before. Like, I didn't even hardly see West get off of the ground, let alone try to attempt an air dribble. So, already, massive pressure on the net. Good play from Lucas, saving that one away. But already, yeah, you could definitely see that this team is stepping things up a notch and trying to definitely showcase some of their skills out on the field.
Yeah, and as Luca, he was showcasing the chain wall wave dashes. As he absolutely fakes one. He's going to take it up. One tap, Steph going to bump the other, and Bubbly Reaper not able to get it back. Luca is going to secure it with help from one tap, Steph.
That was a beautiful play from Luca and one tap Steph. Clearly that ball, he was going to get that dunk on Luca, but that bump from one tap Steph was just enough to keep him out of the play. So the East All-Stars go up within the first minute of game number 2. But West still not out of the fight.
No, they're not. As one tap Steph sending it mid with more chain wall wave dashes. If this is the top of Titan, we're about to see a whole lot of those as Luca sends it mid, but Dark Chocolate gonna pick it up, tends it all the way down, not able to get by the defender. Bubbly Reaper, he gets it by his defender, sends it mid for him. Zenov almost own goaled there. Luckily, he didn't get a touch. As Dark Chocolate trying to work the corner. Zenov gonna pick it up on the mid. Try and find Luca. Sends it out mid. Luca gets right behind it. A box out from one of the defensemen. But it's not gonna work out as nobody from the east side is gonna be able to clean up and put the ball into the net as we break out. Dark Chocolate sending it mid. Bubbly Reaper there, putting it on target. A huge shot. And we see the calculated goal explosion for the top left of the net.
Honestly, what a beautiful angle from Bubbly. Could not have placed this any better. I think Luca and Zinvez had the whole left side of the goal covered. And then just slotting that one top right shelf is just a beautiful ball placement. Really shows you the type of control that he's capable of. And even another shot here coming in. But the West have managed to score the equalizer, trying to find the lead. Can't quite get it. So definitely West putting up a fight in game number 2 and not going to go down without a few statements of their own.
Oh. And as you say that, Bubbly Reaper, he's looking for the psycho. But he's just so crazy that he passes it to the other team. So
I honestly wonder if it hadn't have been as bad if Bagel hadn't run into Dark Chocolate out there. He might have gotten to the ball. I'm not saying that was necessarily guaranteed, but I did see that they had a little bit of contact. He might have been able to get to that mid. I'm sure it was an accidental touch to send it that far mid, but I don't know. It might have been able to go a little bit differently if there hadn't been that team contact, but it doesn't matter because Dark Chocolate takes this one all the way from his own end of the field, air dribbles it up over Luca, and past the entire defense and just scores an absolutely devastating flip reset.
Insane. And after that one, the chat got a little quiet there, as now the game is now tied halfway through. Bagels up in the air. It's gonna get shut down by Luca, but Luca just kind of passed it over to Dark Chocolate, and Bubbly Reaper is able to clean up after that. Steph again 50ing Chocolate as he has the ball. Zinov passing it down, not able to reach his teammate, as the West breaking out into the east half. Off the sidewall in a dangerous spot. Luca able to get a huge clear down. A bit of a bump from the west side. It's gonna go in. Another. Oh, go ahead. You take it.
Dark Chocolate and Bubbly Reaper playing like they're trying to smooch over in the corner with nobody looking, and just caught themselves. I'm not exactly sure what you want to say with that, but team contact definitely killed that. Hey, you guys got to save the romance till after you win the game. You can't be celebrating just because you now have scored the equalizer.
Yeah, absolutely. As we say, they got caught with their pants down a little bit. So, you know, get a little frisky in the corner. As Bagel, he's getting frisky as he passes it out to Dark Chocolate. The save is made from Zinov. And he's gonna pass it down to Luca, who's gonna pop it up, gets the flip reset, uses it right away, but not able to get the 50 from Bubbly because Bubbly just didn't hit the ball. And Dark Chocolate 50's one. Zinov gets one touch, can't get another. Bagel's throwing it into the corner, doesn't hit it in the corner. Bagels, he's looking a little out of place here, but you know, I guess he's still a Titan either way.
Yeah, either way, they managed to hold off the pressure here. Dark Chocolate trying to turn this one around. Bubbly sends it up, a good 50 from Zinvez. And then Bagel might have got a little helping touch from one tap Steph. I think that could have been a little bit shot on net a little bit sooner had that not been hit like that. But the West have got to try and do something within the last 45 seconds of this game, and the East are doing a pretty good job of holding them back so far. But still plenty of time left to score. We'll see what the Rocket League gods have to say about this matchup and how it's going to turn out.
Unlucky. This Bubbly, he's gonna miss this corner read, and yeah, it's just kind of going to his net here, Jeff.
Honestly, it was like the miss of the corner read, and then also missing the dribble off of his car, trying to take it to the right-hand side. I'd say that was kind of two whiffs back to back. Bubbly's kind of been a little bipolar for the All-Stars West. There's a time where he just pops off, and then there's times where he's kind of set up his team for failure in some aspects. But we'll see what happens as it goes on. But nearing the final 10 seconds of this second game, East have kind of maintained steady the whole time, and even scoring another goal here towards the end really doesn't matter anymore. There's not enough time for West to come back. But it's a 5-2 game now, and it looks like West are going to be looking at a potential sweep in the All-Stars match.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're just gonna glance over the insane read in the corner there from Zinov, being the sub in here for this East roster, definitely making his presence known. As like you said, East is gonna take this second game, and we might see a sweep here. As you know, we go into this third game. We said it before, West is down, but we need to see some of these West All-Stars, you know, see some of these All-Stars step up here a little bit.
Yeah, we've seen moments. We've seen brief moments where Bubbly has kind of popped off. He had some moments there, but really I'd say Arrow, or should I say Dark Chocolate, was really helping out his team with that massive flip reset down the middle, but it just wasn't enough. East ended up having more pressure in that game. Too many opportunities were just given away by West All-Stars that just turned into counter strikes and just even turned to East just having really easy shots at the net. So it's do or die for the West All-Stars. We'll see if they can pull it out here in game number 3, or will they be swept tonight and everybody goes home early?
We look to see if that question is answered, as Zinov, he tried to get onto the offensive half, but was swiftly taken out of play as Dark Chocolate starts to work down the other side. And a shot on net from one tap Steph. It's going to go in. Taking an early goal here for the East All-Stars.
He gets a pass in the corner. Dark Chocolate was there, and honestly, beautiful communication and just skill set from those two. What a passing play, dead down the middle, and just keeping it just out of the reach of the defense. That's a really good pass and shot from the East All-Stars, and they really have just been so consistent as this game has gone on that the West have really got to step something up to try to combat what I've been seeing as far as fluidity from, the East All-Stars. But still plenty of time left on the clock, and it can still be anyone's game at this point.
Yeah, it definitely can. Is oh, Dark Chocolate trying to get an insane double tap. Not able to get it as he's stifled by the defense. Now Luca sending it off the corner. Bagels is there to send it out mid for his teammate Dark Chocolate. As Bagels, he's gonna meet one in the midfield. He's gonna try and pass it back, but nobody from his team is ready for it. As Bully Reaper able to be the first one there regardless. As Luca was looking for the demo. Now Bagel gets it by one. He's gonna hang on to it. Gets it by two.
Ooh.
Bubbly Reaper.
Bubbly with a steal.
He steals it. You're absolutely right.
After Bagel does all that work, fakes out one tap step, Bubbly's like, you know what? I haven't been doing so well. Let me get some points here. Puts it in. Just. I don't know if that was planned or Bubbly just like, I just want to kind of be a little bit of a nuisance here, but they managed to score the 1-1 equalizer, and Dark Chocolate trying to solo this one in, almost gets it, but does not fall. Some good pressure from the west side of the field, and I'm liking what I'm seeing, even with the demos.
Yeah, the demos from Bubbly are becoming impactful. You know he's starting to try now. As he double jumps, not able to get it back to Dark Chocolate. Or maybe he just kind of missed the net, but I think he was passing it there. As Bagel, he pops it up, gets it by one. Luca backflips, scared because Bubbly Reaper, his arch nemesis, is on the ball, pops it up mid for him. But Bubbly, none of his teammates were there, and he just decided to try and follow it up again. There's now one top step, sending it to Luca on the west backboard. Bagel's gonna miss it in the midfield. Bubbly chasing it down, gets popped up. One tap Steph, trying to get it past everyone. West, it might just roll in, and it is. Luca's gonna take the lead here with half the game remaining.
Looking at it, you just see Bagel go up, and I'm not sure who was technically the double committer there. I don't know who called it, but that was a really, really bad double commit there. Ended up costing him a free goal, and West have given away so many free goals. It's kind of ridiculous in this All-Stars game how many goals have just been given away from communication breakdowns. I mean, I guess I can say I can give them a little bit of grace because I don't know how many times, you know, these guys have made it to the All-Stars. I'm a little bit new to Nemesis, but with, you know, playing with different members of your team that you're not normally used to playing with, maybe could throw off your normal gameplay. It doesn't seem to be affecting the All-Stars East, so maybe I need to just stop talking, but West have been playing catch-up this whole time, and even with Bubbly's demos, it's still not enough to keep them in this fight. They've got to find some pressure on the net. They've got to get the ball off of their side and get some passing plays to each other and find a way to find the back of that net. Otherwise, they are going home with, oh my gosh, there's a long clear from the other side of the field. Just gets rolled in.
Yeah, once again, you know, Bubbly, he's just the best passer on the blue team right now, setting them up maybe at least 3 or 4 times and helping out on most of the goals here. So, you know, I question what team Bubbly's really on, but yeah, no, I think he's just trolling around for these. as it looks to be a little scripted here.
Yeah, honestly, Bubbly has been on point with the passing plays to the other team. Not so much to his own, but definitely been setting up East All-Stars with a lot of cherry-picked passes. But they finally find some pressure now. Ball's in front of the net. Dark Chocolate to the lower left side, and he finally answers for the West All-Stars, not putting up with Bubbly's crap anymore.
And Bubbly, yeah, you're right. He decided to pass it out middle, and one of them was just ready and waiting. Bubbly putting in chat MVP both teams. And honestly, if that was a thing, I would just vote for it.
Hey, you never know. There could be like a Nemesis first, just in-house voting thing for MVP both teams. But yeah, I think maybe Bubbly's just trying to rack up points. Like, he thinks that, you know, you can get points from passing or scoring goals on both sides. It's his birthday after all, so he's trying to feel a little special. But again, look, you find it, the backfield completely open and nobody there. A double up from the West All-Stars. on that play right there, and surprising to see out of the Titan League.
Yeah, it's surprising, absolutely. And through how this series has been going as well, I'm just astonished that we're seeing double commits from the West team of all teams. Honestly, I mean, I cannot believe that my favorite players, Dark Chocolate, Bubbly Reaper, and Bagels, Bagels, Bagel Chungus, the Summer Bummer, are just double committing like crazy. I mean, not really what I expected when I came out here. This Arrow, he's gonna miss another one. Instead of looking for an insane double,
My gosh!
he's gonna put his team up 3 with 30 seconds.
I mean, hey, West might not be out here to win, but East is showing off the wall, gets the pass to the mid, and dunks it in himself. Wasn't even supposed to be in this game, and he's already scoring better than the people that were supposed to be here. What is going on?
I don't know. This is just an absolute daze for me. But now it's stuck in the purple half, somewhere the ball has been all too much.
Luca's given up. He's just doing donuts now in the other side of the field.
I'm just waiting for Bubbly to get one more demo. Come on, Bubbly, get a demo. I want to see it. No, he kept the ball up. Why would you do that? Okay. I wanted to see him get one more, but East All-Stars, they're going to take this series in very close games here.
Very honestly, the closest of close margins I think I've ever seen from the Nemesis Titan League. With a 3-0 sweep, and most of the time the games being 3 or 4 goals differential between the teams. Interesting, but hey, I can at least say I was right. I can't say that Luca single-handedly carried the East All-Stars, but East overall as a team, way more solid out there. I would have liked to have been inside the heads or maybe even the comms of the West All-Star teams to just figure out exactly what was going on. Perhaps it was just a big troll all in the end. I don't know, but East with a fantastic sweep. They played their hearts out there, even through all of the shenanigans. And I was impressed by the mechanics that they brought to the field. West just ended up short, but GG's to both teams. Congratulations on making the All-Stars. That's, something in and of itself. But East really came out here to play tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the chat here, we have a message from Bubbly. It says Arrow was blaming me, Bagels was blaming Arrow and me, and now Bubbly is now blaming Arrow. So I think the blame is being very much passed around all of the members of the West. And Bubbly's coming here with a huge accusation saying Rockerman is East, that's why. So honestly, I would have to agree with Bubbly. Just frankly, yeah, I think he's right there.
I mean, hey, you never know. That might be what it is. I'm not entirely sure. All I know that it was I was kind of thinking it was gonna be a 3-0 sweep. So I'm just gonna take that crown, put it on my head, and just say, I'm a wizard, Harry. But interesting night. Guys, thank you so much for coming out and sticking around for, what was it, like 17, 18 minutes before we got this game, just to watch a 3-0 sweep. Just to watch a 3-0 sweep where East really came in and Bubbly was selling with passes. But it's all in fun and games. In the end, it doesn't count against both of these teams. I'm sure they're both all of the players that were here with their associated teams are going to step it up when it comes back time to get back into the regular season for Nemesis. But thank you guys for coming out and watching. It's also been a pleasure casting with you tonight, Puggles.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe not one of the most serious casts that we've ever done, maybe, but it was definitely enjoyable to do it. So I look forward to us doing more stuff in the future. As I definitely see that on the table. But I think for now that is going to close it. Please stick around and watch the ads. We need to be paid. Please let us get paid. We don't get paid, but I would like it if we could get there someday. So with all that being said, we will see you guys here on Monday for Player of the Week and then 3 stream actual game matches. So come back in 2 days, and hopefully I can get paid. Bye.